Brighten your day, throw your troubles away. Sit back and watch Houston's Farmer today. So grab a snack and join the pack. Sit back and watch Houston's Farmer today.
Hola a todos y bienvenidos a Sudamérica. So my ship got in pretty late, and I guess my ride has become no longer available. He's not coming. I've called and called, and there's no answer. So public transportation is also off the road. It's really quite late, and this area is quite desolate, aside from the harbor. So I'm going to have to... Oh, what's this? Let me see if I can scout up a ride. Maybe these guys will give me a ride to the ranch for a few bucks. All right, so they said they'd be happy to do it. All I got to do is ride in the back, though. There's no room in the cab. Ugh. Well, beggars can't be choosers, so it's comfy enough. All right, so I'll see you back at the ranch. Gracias. Home sweet home, I guess. So, truth be told, I did buy this at a government seizure auction. Most farmers don't have their own personal airplane and luxury villa in the middle of nowhere. But I digress with that. So let's have a look around. Got some pretty nice-looking amenities here. Got a little pantry over here. Got the wash and suds. Some pickled something or other. Oh, and look at this. The table's kind of been left set. The whole place looks like they just got up and walked away from it. Well, let's see out here. This is a nice area for party and dancing. Got a nice pool over here. Take a dip in the pool after a hard day's work in that hot South American sun. Looking forward to trying that. Got a little swing over there. Got a grill with its own little pagoda. And strangely enough, privacy screen. I don't know who would see you all the way out here, but okay. And a hammock. Nice. Let's have a gander in the living room. Ooh, ooh, oh. I'm a little chunky, I think. Maybe they just make the doors a little bit more narrow here. I don't know. Let's go with that. Got a nice fireplace. Doesn't look like it works anymore, though. Got a TV. I see something. I call dibs on that chair. That's mine. Got a little lounge area on the side of the house. Keep an eye on your airplane out there. Let's head upstairs and have a look at the bedroom. Oh yeah. Ooh, that bed looks so comfy. I'm looking forward to trying that out right now. Oh, got a nice little corner of the porch out here to have your morning coffee and maybe a croissant. Got a wraparound porch. Well, that's a little lacking in terms of privacy, but that's what curtains are for. Got an ensuite bathroom. Very nice. Looking forward to using this too. Gonna have to get a plunger though for when Zorley comes to visit. Let's have a look down here. Looks like we got a little sitting area in here. Very nice. Got another balcony out here. Can throw water balloons down at your guests when they arrive. Make our way around to the bedroom on the other side here. Nice. Looks pretty much the same setup. That goes down to the kitchen, those stairs there. And this is the office. Really nice. Gonna have to keep an eye on things for when Jerry and Duck Zorley are here. Make sure nothing goes missing, especially my pens. Let's check this way out over here. Okay. Close that up so no varmints get in here. All right. I think it's time to hit the hay. So I'll see you in the morning. Well, that's a load off my mind. Good morning, everyone. So I was reading an article in a magazine that I found in here, and they had a real interesting little factoid in there that I'd like to share with all of you. Check this out. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat is right, young lady. The United States, Alaska, and Hawaii can fit comfortably in the top 2/3 of the South American continent. South America is just massive. If you look at it in comparison to the North American continent of 9,540,000 square miles, South America comes in second at 6,888,000 square miles. And then bottom of the list is the United States at 3,797,000 square miles. So today, I'm going to be taking you for a quick tour around the main farm, and then we're going to be going to grain elevator number 3 because the train operator down there is going to show us, after we drop our goods off, where they're sold. And then he's going to give us a complete tour around the map. But first, we have to check out a little gem in the garage that came with the property. Oh yeah, there she is. An old Cadillac restored, and it looks just like Elvis's mama's car. Or pink Cadillac. Looking forward to driving that today. So let's go ahead and let's get this tour started. So over here is the airplane hangar, and the sugarcane harvester fits very nicely inside of there. And the custom shop did not come with the place. I had that pre-installed before I arrived. And if anybody knows what that pink tree is, if you could let me know the variety, I just love it. And that's field 14 over there on the right. And if you turn left out of the driveway, then you're led to the cattle corral and the silos. Now these are just for your cereal crops, your regular arable crops. They're not for root crops, and they are not for sugarcane. Sugarcane has to be tipped on the ground under cover. The stalks are much too dense to go through the grading. So to the right of the corral is the manure pit, behind that is the slurry pit, and behind that is the water tower, although I have yet to see if there's any water actually in fact in the tower. So this breed of cattle is very special, indigenous breed to South America. They're called Nelor, and they come of course in the male and female variety, and they're both equally scary. So this is the manure bunker for the cattle, and I did do a little experiment. I ordered 120,000 liters of chaff, and I had them dump that out because I was concerned that it would breach the walls because there are some weak points. So I leveled it out as best I could, and indeed it did breach a little bit underneath there, as you see in this photograph here, but that wasn't an issue at all because, much to my surprise, if I used the shovel or even the mixing wagon at a comfortable distance from the wall, I can pick it all right up without a problem. And as you see in the close-up here, chaff level is 0, so the bunker was indeed empty. Here's all the silage. If you need any, give me a call. I'll work a special price for you. So this is the main farm, and the shed on the left with the white tin roof came with the property. It's been here all along. The seed fertilizer and solid fertilizer tanks I had installed myself, along with the solar panel carport and these 2 sheds over here, because storage here is very minimal. It's almost nil. So it's okay if you have a small operation, but I plan to have more than just the 3 fields that came with the place. So as the property and the business expand, we're definitely going to need more storage. And that's where they had the sugar cane stored over there, and there's another small facility there. So I own fields 1 and 2 over here, and there is a Bison harvester and a Massey Ferguson canopy tractor that came with the property. The Massey Ferguson trailer did not come with the property. I ordered that and had it shipped in. And this is field 14, which is in the front of the farm. And again, I asked that the sugarcane be planted early on in the year, so it would be all set when I got here and I could start making some money. But there wasn't anything growing in this field when I first arrived, so I wanted to make the most out of it. So the palm trees and several other varieties of trees can be cut down here in the area, but here's the bizarre thing about this. There are no stores that sell the saplings to replace the trees, nor do they have anything available to ship in fully grown trees. So I grabbed a tree planter and I bought the saplings that were available to see if they would magically transform into palm trees, and much to my not surprise, they didn't. All right, let's get down to that grain elevator. All right, I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and hop on this here train. Just over here. Up we go. And we are off. So if I may direct your attention to the left side of the train, we have the Biogas Association. Now it's a standard setup over here. You've got your silage tipping pit, your anaerobic digester, and behind that your digestate tank to get your slurry from. It also has 4 generous silage pits that work perfectly. Now there's a problem here. You are not permitted to tip into the silage pit here. You have to use a wheel loader, and the mixed ration truck is also not permitted, and you cannot shovel it in because what happens is it will go underneath the pit. So that's a real bummer, and it just plain old sucks lemons. So tucked away in the valley to the right side of the train is the sheep farm. And as we make our way past these red rock cliffs, we're going to come up on the grain transport company where your train will unload your goods that you've dropped off at the grain elevator. The next stop on our list, on the left-hand side of the train, is the lumber yard. They'll take your logs both by train or truck, and your wood chips as well. Now to get to the pig farm, you're going to cross that bridge and you're going to see an overturned bus in the water. Now I suspect that's left over from the last people that tried to quit unexpectedly on this guy that owned the place beforehand. And the slurry on the left there. And getting through the pig shed, it is quite narrow, especially for somebody as rotund as I am. Now coming up here is the second grain elevator in the area, so that's the downspout for the train to accept the goods that you drop off on the adjacent side on the right. Now coming up next on the right-hand side of the train is going to be the shop. Quite a modern, spacious facility and quite reminiscent of a place I saw in Russia. Now this bridge you take to get to Field 25 across this beautiful, sparkling, lazy river. Now off in the distance on the left, you're going to see that big bridge, and I like to call it the bridge to nowhere. It's blocked off for construction. We're not permitted to drive over it, and it really does go somewhere. It's connected to the land on the other side, but we're just not able to get over there. Next to the bridge, you're going to find the bakery, and they do accept all of your spoils of your harvest. And then the first half of the harbor, this is where you're going to sell your wool, and that's where the sale point is right there. And across the street from there, if you feel like playing a little, I like to call it handball, you can throw a soccer ball around for a little while. So this area is, in my opinion, quite blighted. It has its charm, but you can really see the level of poverty in this particular town with these derelict stores, the rubble and the trash on the street. Yet the state-owned areas like this beautiful park are in pristine condition, along with some of the buildings that are obviously state or city owned because there's no trash out in front of them and they're maintained impeccably. So down the road a bit is the other half of the harbor, and this is where you're going to sell all your arable crops as well, and they'll take everything, even your sugar cane. They've got a barge to haul it off to market for you if it's going overseas. Alright, so next stop on our list on the left side of the train is the sugar mill. And you just come up this rock line drive, right through the main gates in the front, and on the left side is the tipping point for your goods. And there's plenty of room in here to turn around, even with a decent sized road train. It's got some nice details in here, like these sedimentation ponds or maybe intake pools. I'm not really quite sure what they do, but I did see and had a tour of a sugarcane factory in Hawaii, and I know the process involves a lot of fire. And it smells really good too. It smells like hot molasses. But yeah, it's quite an interesting process to say the least. All right, so on the right side of the train, the animal market. They take bales of all kinds and pick up and deliver your animals right out front there under the lights. And just around the back here is a little shortcut to bring you back to Grain Elevator 3. And then to the right side of the train and across from the main farm is the town's only filling station. All right, coming in for a landing here. So I want to thank you very much for watching. And I do really want to apologize for the video being so late. I know many others have put out their tutorials and reviews and all of that, but I do hope you still found this entertaining enough and worth your time to watch. Please let me know what you think down in the comment section. Always wonderful to hear from you. And until we meet again, take great care of yourself and stay thirsty, my friends. Eustace out. Oh, Jen, darling, would you like to come watch Eustace Farmer with me?
Sorry, dear, I have wash to do.
You just did laundry this morning, but okay. Well, at least I can count on all of you to join me, can't I?